Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I'm your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Craft with Me where I am going to be working on my spring journal. In a response to a viewer desire to understand more about library pockets, that's what I'm going to focus on today. So, hello Bernadine, I hope this helps. Get it fueled up on a little bit of tea. So, because anything worth doing altogether now is worth overdoing, let's have a look at a library card. Library pocket and a library card. So, first thing you want to do is figure out how big everybody is. So, that is 3 inches. It's a hair off 3 inches. But for this argument's sake, I'm going to say, let's use a color that we can use. See? So the card is, can I round? Sure, we can round. 3 inches by, that actually is 4 7/8, I think. Yeah, 4 7/8. Let us call it 5 inches. 4 7/8 by, what did I say that was? It's probably 2 15/16. But this feels much more manageable. So, the card. The card, there's the pocket. And draw a little line here, and this is pocket. The bucket is 4 3/4. Front is 3 3/4. And we're width is 3 1/2. And then we have back tabs. These back tabs are, doesn't really matter. Five eighths of an inch. I'm going to do that over again. There we are. So this is library pocket and card. So you can buy both the cards and the envelopes at Amazon, on Amazon, in Amazon. I'm sure you can buy them in other spots. I'm sure there's supply stores and all that kind of stuff, but they do give you a bulk and they do give it to you super plain. That may meet your needs. And it is also super fun to be able to make them out of the scraps and pretty papers and junk and all that kind of stuff, because that's essentially the essence of this craft. But there's lots of options. So the thing that we wanted, or the thing that Bernadine was looking for, was the pocket. And I do need a bunch of pockets. So let's put the card there for the mo. We've got our information here, so if anytime you want to take a snapshot, you can do that. And let us do another sketcheroo. I've got all of these bits kicking around. I do not need. So the shape of this essentially is, if I were to take these flaps off, you would have a bottom like this, and then you would have a top like that. You would fold here, so you're going to fold that up, and then you're going to fold those back. So let's just take our fun little prototype, and I totally encourage anybody who is unsure of what they are doing, as with fabric, where you create a muslin before you cut into your fashion fabric, we can totally do that with paper as well. And we all know how much extra scrap paper we have kicking around, so it should not be a burden. So there's the shape and what I suggested. Okay, so this is a little tall. There. And I'm not doing these measurements because I just want to have a proof of concept. So we're going to do that. I'm going to fold the over, and I'm going to fold the over, and then we would glue that, and then we essentially have a library pocket. This is the sizing for this, and certainly know that you can vary this an awful lot based on the things that you're going to tuck in. So you can make them super small, you can make them much bigger, and because I have some larger pieces, can I pull one out that doesn't have a pocket? So this one would be a good example. That's not going to fit in there. So we would need to make like a library pocket that would go with Buddy. So that's one of the things that we can do. So from now on, what I'm going to be doing is making library pockets to fit some of the ephemera. And we're just going to be rinse and repeat. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing before we get super going here. So there's that. So a fun thing to do if you want, now I'm gonna find one. This would be a great example. So this is a chapter that has a blank back. So if we take this, we can essentially create, well, let's do that. And they only want an inch or so from the top. We do that, folding that over, folding that over. Then we do a little bit of, when you're cutting this piece out, scant cut on this side of the fold, or you can do like a sliver of pie or a sliver of pizza, whichever is your favorite. And then snippity snip. Snippity snip. And I've just folded that down for no particular reason except to get rid of the page number. There. Like that. This flap doesn't need to be that big because we are not going to be taking it into battle. It's not going to get that much wear and tear, and it's also probably going to be pasted onto a page. And there we would have not only a library pocket, but a library pocket that is blank. So we don't have any of the book print that this was made from visible. We can take sort of the jiggling, if there was any, And then we can do fancies and do a little circle. That one wasn't as clean. There. Does that one fit? Oh, that was far too excited. So look at us. Yes. Boom. So what we need to do now is a bit of a decoration. And look at how perfectly Buddy Owl resides on the, like on the border here. That's pretty great. I'm going to assume that you have this by now, but I will do one last. Hold it here so that if you want to take a screenshot, you can. And when people have that opportunity, when it's given to me, it's always a scramble. And the people always say, oh, I'm going to leave it here for a screenshot. And it's like a second's worth of holding and is no appreciation for what's going on at the other end. So I'm giving you some time to get all that pointed and clicked. There we are. And so there we are. Okay, so we are on to sort of some decoration now, which is kind of exciting. It was purely accidental that that worked. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so what do we have? Ooh, we've got stickers. Ooh, we've got stickers. It's too bad I don't have a green one, but this red and blue one is kind of nice. So it is sunny out today. It is above freezing. So this may mean here. And here's another one that I can do exactly the same thing with. That just works out really well. So we'll put that aside. And we will glue book with everything else. And I need to do some peeling. My glue book before we actually get to gluing. So it's warm enough that we may be able to take Gracie out in her cage. It's not her cage, it's her backpack. I go for a nice long walk and she's in the backpack and she just is little Miss Queen, queen of everything. Oh, how are we getting distracted? No, that green doesn't work. Okay, so maybe got that. Well, that's nowhere near enough. These were from the Graphics Fairy, and I took them because I think they're kind of adorable. Possibly not for this project, though. Now I'm just pulling out all the stuff that I have on the top. No. No. Let's see what we have here. I haven't been with this paper for a while, and I am realizing that I regularly forget what I have, what I'm doing. There. So is that, maybe. Could always do a little bit of this. Oh, that's not bad. What else do we have? A little bit of scraps. No, it's too dark, but this isn't bad. Here we are. Maybe that, and somewhere, somewhere. Oh, here it is. I think, maybe. Here are my bits. So somewhere there is a tiny, no, it doesn't work. Nope. Nope, nope. Ooh. Nope. These are my scraps, but there should be a tiny fussy cut. That's just funny. There should be other fussy cuts though that are from that realm. And there should be a little mouse. The mouse should be here. Yeah, the birds are competing. Needs to be small. That would be fun. Okay, and see if I can find the wee little guy, and if not, then we will carry on. No wee little guy. Where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go, buddy? Well, we'll find him eventually. He'll show up. And when he does, so what have I decided? I have kind of decided it's nothing but flowers, but flowers. I could almost do this whole thing with this. And I know that I am above the edge there, but that seems okay. I can do that. Oh, I'm going to sneeze, pardon me. Pardon me. I might do it again. Nope. Okay, we're good. How about that? Yeah, that looks all right. Let's try that. That's super fancy. Super fancy. Let's not glue it in with that. Do that. And we can do that. Here. You can trim it however you want. You can trim it to be jagged. I'm just going to tuck these under though, because I can. There's one. There's two. There's three. There. Oops. There's one. I'm going to do that. Just make her land, and I probably should do just something ever so vaguely around the edges so that we know that there's edges there. There. Do that. And that's stuck to the table. That is not ideal. Oh, I didn't need to do the very top, did I? Oh well. What do I want to do with that? I think I kind of want to do nothing. So maybe try and wipe the glue off. There we are. And so, there we are. Library pocket and item. That worked really lovely. That red right there is amazing, and it looks like we are looking through the garden at Buddy Owl. I like that a lot. Oh, I dinged. Oh well. So there we are. Library pocket number 1 in the books. Let's try. What should we try? Let us try. Let's try this. So random selection. We can do that. So this is a double-sided digital. And we can just do that. So how wide was our... Wide, how wide? Back, front, wide 3.5. So 3.5. 4.25, I guess. Okay. Yeah, just that was a whole bunch of silent thinking happening. So we have philosophical choices. We can do that and have the flowers on the front, or we can do that and have the flowers in the back. I much prefer that. And be kind of half picky about where we put the fold. Just like that. So I sneezed. I need to blow my nose now. Too much information. I'll be right back. That's better. Now I can concentrate. So this, and then we are just going to do a modest fold. And this may not fit anything because I'm making sort of a library pocket sized library pocket. Fine, we'll keep those. Keep those for a bit. There. That's gonna go there. It's a hair too wide still. That's better. Okay. There. And where's my new toy? Oh, there's my new toy. Fancy corner. Fancy corner. Let's not do that. Okay. So see if there's a card in here that can go in there. Well, that fits. Okay, the owl, no. That owl, no. Oh, I wonder if this. Yeah, that'll work. That gives me an idea too. Oh, and we have to trim that. It needs to be trimmed and backed, I think. So that is super adorable. I need to get rid of that. Or here's another thing that we can do. We've got some backing for that. Yeah, that would fit. Let's see, we've got choices now. I don't know who is doing what outside, but they are doing something with chainsaw vigor. There. So I'm going to punch that. Okay, well, here's what we do. I have a particular dislike for the non-smooth use of a pocket. That is, it fits, but it doesn't fit smoothly. And I just appreciate something that's smooth. It's still not smooth. It should come in and out easily. Do not make, it's kind of like we are making the user work, and that I don't appreciate. There we are. Okay, that's a lot of work. Once more. There we are. Just like that. Okay, so you could do a ton of flowers. So we've got that. Where is these? So there might be something in a light daisy or something that would be fun to have. So far, a big bucket of nopes. Wrong color. Goes with that. I'll tear it out just for grins. See, this is how it happens. I get all matchy-matchy. I can't unmatch. Still love that one best. Okay, that's gonna be enough. Will be. Like that's too matchy. Could do that as a tab though. I like that idea. I could cope with that. And let's have, that is code 4. A little bit of background. Do I have some background kicking around? Sure, let's try some of this. I like this one. It is fancy. There. Oh, that's probably going to fold over the back, and that is totally okay. Or if we did something like that. Or even just do that. Yeah, we're just going to glue that. There. And what did I say I wanted to do? I wanted to do that as a tab. Nope, I said I wanted to do that as a tab. So let us fold the butterfly. Let us cut the butterfly. Let us trim the butterfly. Where are we at? We're at 30 minutes, so that's all right. We're doing just fine. Come on. Yep. Oh dear. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we are. Well, isn't that adorable? So there we are. That's 2. I had a thought. Always dangerous. Just thinking out in the wild. So I want to see, where's my thing? Here. If I can do a tall, skinny library pocket. And so the thing that I think is a proportional useful measurement is the edge of here to the edge of here. So from this edge to that edge is 1 inch. And so it became easier for me to just take the paper and fold it about 1 inch. There we are. That's not what I want to put in there. This is what I want to put in there. So we do that, we do that. I still have to do one for those. And what do we want? That'll work. Here we are. I think if I folded it with the thing in, it would create a more even, a higher probability that your card will fit nicely without all of the extra faffing around trimming that you just saw me do. Okay, here we are. Is there space? Yeah, there's space. It's not beautiful, but there's space. And I'm doing another way of cutting these, and that is to use the ruler. In case that super sharp line is useful to you. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, that nearly fell. Pulls up that way. And that folds beautifully that way and that way. There. Just the hairest hair. Here we are. And what do I want to do for corners? I want to do another one of these. It's my new toy. I'm allowed. Ho! Ho! There we are. And I need to do this. So just like that. That has got a little bit of a give to it that I'm not impressed with. Oh, it's a lot of give. Go to the bottom. Yep. Okay. So what do I want to do for here? Well, that's fun. We could do that. Just put in some journaling space on the front. I'm going to tag in. That needs to be just, so this is upside down, which is right side up. These are hollyhocks. This is right side up. That's upside down. That's what needs to be covered by something. Okay, we can do that. There. And just glue that like that. I like that. Put a belly band on it. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Whole thing could come out. Well, she's gonna go straight down. So much faffing. There. And then I want another one of these. Needs to be an up and downy one. That does not go with that style. Or does it? Well, who does? I'm going to do this one. It's going to go like that. And then we will pick a bead. There. No, it needs to be dark. Is this the one? I don't know. It's like, don't mind me, just passing through. Actually, you know, he might be just fine. Yeah, let's do that. That's not bad. That's sticky. There, good enough. And so that is a library pocket that is tall and skinny. That goes in there. And then this opens up. More journaling. More journaling. Oh! Grr. Okay. This does need to be folded. All right, or we can just sort of have a snippy snip. Because that's just going to be interfering. There we are. That's very good. Okay, so we've got that. And I put this one aside because we can do another one of these, which is a scant fold over. Oops. Kind of an inch. That's not straight. That's what that problem is. That's okay. We will fix it in post. Now, what are we putting in this? Put that in it. We don't know what size it is. So let's trim this first. And this is going to be fraught with danger because I'm trying to square it up. And it may not be possible, but we'll try. Worst that comes to worst is we can't use it, and it's just paper. There, okay, so that gives me a straight edge to meet that. And I feel like I need to stand up for this part. And also will apparently stop breathing. There. There. That worked. All that bits of paper all over the floor. I wonder how that happened. It's got some space. That'll be just fine. There. I think oh, that's why, because I haven't done the backing yet. Well, what do I want to do? Do just a basic round on this one. There. Okay. I need to back this with something. Nope. It needs to be like in this color range. This is exactly this color range. So I can do a 1 and a 2. Like I can do that, and I can do that. Is that okay? Or I think we said that ixnay on ink pay, ixnay on the ink pay. Oh, what about this? Oh, that'll work. It's nice paper. It just has a shadow of a something something. Oof, that's a little gummy. Okay, good enough. Over top, that works. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is not the final trim, but I want to be able to put this under here and let it sit for a while and not be stuck to anything. Like it's all stuck to me now. Okay, there we are. Now we are back to this. So this was the sort of the color scheme. Never did use that sticker. What about another one of those labels? I'm getting great mileage out of them. Stringham and Cooper. Vancouver, BC. Something like that. Get rid of that silly black line now. So if we do that and that, that is too dominant. We can always print out another sheet, Mary Ellen. What are we at for time? Oh, we're over an hour. This is got to be our last one. There. Maybe that's what we've got to do. Oh, hard is hard. There. So I think I'm going to leave it there. You know what I'm going to do with this. My card underneath here is drawing as well. So that's probably a good time to stop. I'm hoping that you have had a good variety of library card or library pocket construction. We've done the measurements of the actual one, and then we have done ones that are the similar, and then we have changed the sizes. We've made some long and skinny, we've made some short, we've made them out of book pages, and we've made them out of double-sided paper. But you know that paper is just paper, and that sizing is just sizing, and whatever works for you is what you need to do. So that's all for now. As always, please take care of yourself, stay out of trouble. Love you lots, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.